by the way. Good evening online students. Okay, so before we start the session, I'll introduce myself, friends. Myself is Santosh Rao Menneni, and I teach majorly following these three subjects. Current affairs. These are the subjects I am going to deal, and Indian polity. Okay, so Vishnu sir and me, both we are going to deal. Few topics I will deal. Rest of the topics I am going to take to you. International relations, entire IR topic as well as governance, because I am the one generally who generally deals with the PSA or optional. You might have known that PSA or optional, political science and IR, international relations, governance. On top of that, current affairs, and some of the students you can find my name in the YouTube also. Hundreds and thousands of videos are there, and most of the people already know, some online students also. Just simply you can type Santosh Rao UPSC there. If you type every day one video, you can watch in the YouTube on daily issue. For example, yesterday there was about cyclone which originated in the Arabian Sea, and it is going to be landfall in the Gujarat. And today issue, it is going to be video on the CoWIN portal. Have you heard about the CoWIN portal? Yes. Okay. Citizens data leaked in the CoWIN portal. So in that way, every day one video will be there on the issue. Simply just you can type here, and so this is my name and my education qualification. I done my Bachelor of Pharmacy from Kakatiya University, and then I done my Master of Science, okay, in England, University of Hertfordshire. Then I work in a company called Accenture, Bangalore. Then I given UPSC, so a couple of interviews, 2015, 2016 interviews with PSI or optional. And I used to teach in abroad also as a teaching assistant. You might have heard this, okay. You will get a scholarship also while you are working as a teaching assistant. And because I'm into the teaching, I continue teaching for the UPSC also. And I'm teaching in all the reputed organizations, okay, in Bangalore, Hyderabad. So just you can ask my name in any one of your hostel mates. Most of the people, every 3 in 1 people in Ashok Nagar, they know about me. So this is my profile, and apart from this, I'm a lawyer also. Practicing lawyer in Telangana High Court. So constitutional background, you know that, okay. So if you are into law, most of your perspective towards the constitution will be changed. For example, this year, did anyone write group 1 exam 2 days back? No one. Okay, they asked one question on the writ of habeas corpus. Yes. Have you heard about habeas corpus? If a person is illegally detained, then the person, okay, the person must be introduced before the court within 24 hours. Habeas corpus, Article 22, Class 2. Okay, so obviously your perspective will be changed. If you are done with your graduation and don't know what to do while you are pursuing the UPSC, I strongly suggest you to write the law set and get into the law degree while your preparation is going on. When you go to the interview also, at that time if interviewers ask you what you are doing in these days, you can support yourself that I am doing this particular course. So that even if you are aiming for IPS also, in law you will come across the IPC, CRPC, CPC, Civil Procedure Code, various laws you are going to be acquainted with, family law and whatnot, everything. So this is my brief overview about the academic as well as the teaching sides, and these are the subject I am going to discuss at this platform. In today's class, I will give a brief overview about the governance, international relations and current affairs, what is the importance and how you should make notes out of the newspaper and all these things. Okay, these are the learning objectives in today's class. Okay, for the next 1 hour, we are going to discuss about what are going to be included in the governance, international relations, and finally how you should make notes out of the newspaper. It may be the Hindu newspaper or Indian Express, whichever the one you have preferred. Okay, are you able to understand my slang and everything? All of you. Okay, very good. So no one attempted this group 1 exam, Telangana exam. Why? You are not graduated by that time. How many are from Telangana here? 2, 3, 4. Rest of the people, Andhra Pradesh. Are you done with your graduation? Andhra Pradesh students. Because in Andhra Pradesh also this September, Group 1 exam notification is going to be there. Group 1, Group 2. Okay, apply for those exams. So Telangana students, at that time you are not done with the graduation. Okay, fine. Tell me students, whoever done the PABAD, okay, in the graduation, who said PABAD in the graduation? 1, 2. Tell me, what do you mean governance? Application of laws. Okay, fine. Governance, what do you mean governance? Rest of the people also, you feel free to tell me. Schemes. So tell me, whatever the common thing, whatever you are thinking, what do you mean governance? Simple guys, as governance is all about the process of decision making. Governance is about what? Process of decision making. Process of decision making. How decisions are making. The process is nothing but known as governance. Okay. So the decision making can be transparent or cannot be transparent. So obviously, so transparency is one of the element in the governance. Yes or no? In the governance, you will learn about transparency. And obviously, so when you are a bureaucrat, if you take any decision, because of the decision any negative consequences happened, then obviously accountability must be there. Okay, accountability. Accountability. And one more thing is, you have to take everyone into consideration while you are taking into the decision. That is known as inclusiveness. Okay, inclusiveness. Actually, governance topics we don't discuss initially. This is the mains related subject. In prelims, okay, very less likely you will get questions on the governance unless until that is related to current affairs. Okay, so because it is a mains related subject, you will get this subject around, like after 5 or 6 months after your classes are started. Initially, prelims and main subjects will be covered. Later, exclusively main subjects are there. Okay, such as governance, internal security, social issues. There are certain subjects. At that time, these subjects will be covered. Just I want to give a overview. Transparency is a part of governance, accountability, inclusiveness, and students, sometimes even you can use the technology. You can use the technology also in governance. E-governance. E-governance. Can you give an example for the e-governance? Any example? Dharani portal, as you are using the technology. Me Seva Center, if you want to get a caste certificate or income certificate, simply through Me Seva you will get the certificates. It's a process of e-governance. So these are the various aspects of the governance, students. And one more thing is, in governance, we will also see the social audit. Social audit. 2 days back in the Group 1 examination, there was a question on the social audit regarding the Manrega. Have you heard about Manrega? Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. And that one question formed social audit. What do you mean social audit? Have you heard about this word? Social audit. Tell me. I mean, whatever you know, tell me. Because we don't have any negative marking in the class here. Tell me, what do you mean social audit? Rest of the people also, you are feel free to give your opinion. What do you mean social audit? You don't need to be perfect in the definition. Just tell me whatever you know. Tries to ensure transparency. That's the end goal. What do you mean? Yes, first of all, audit means what? What does mean audit? Auditor. Audit means what? Checking accounts. Audit means checking accounts. Who is checking the accounts? Society. People are checking the accounts. If people check the accounts, that is known as social audit. That's it. For example, in your village, government sanctioned houses to 10 families. Okay, whoever don't have the houses, that list displayed in the Gram Panchayat village, Gram Panchayat office. So anyone can check that list, whether they really have the houses or not have the houses. You can go and check. Can we say that as a social audit? Yes or no? You might have observed that in Gram Panchayats, whoever the beneficiaries of the schemes, their list will be so attested in the Gram Panchayat office. So that society, the people in the society, they can go and check whether real beneficiaries are getting the benefit or not. So this is the part of social audit. And one more thing in the governance, we are going to discuss about the civil society organizations. Civil society organizations. Civil society organizations. Okay. Actually, there are two types of organizations in India: state and non-state. State factors as well as non-state factors. State means something is related with the government. If you want to know further about the state, you can go to the Article 12 of the Indian Constitution. Article 12 of the Indian Constitution deals with the definition of state. State factors as well as non-state actors. Okay. Civil society organizations are non-state actors. That means they are not related to the state. Best example for the civil society organizations, NGOs, non-governmental organizations, and the cooperative societies. Cooperative societies. Even the SHGs. SHG stands for? Very good. Self-help groups. Recently there was a question on SHG also in the UPSC 2023 prelims. Okay, very important. So these are some of the areas in the governance. Okay, apart from that, in governance, we'll also discuss the Right to Information Act. Okay, 2 days back in the Group 1 prelims, they given 4 acts and they given the years also. They asked in the question which is wrongly matched. The wrongly matched one was the National Food Security Act. It was in 2013, but in the answer it was given as a 2012. That was wrongly matched. So Right to Information Act, which year? Can you recall?
2005.
Very good, 2005. Right to Information Act. According to Right to Information Act, you have the right to know about the public information. But again, information is 2 types. The information which can be available to everyone, and certain information is maintained as a very secret, classified information. Have you heard about this? Okay. Exact opposite to RTA is Official Secrets Act. Official Secrets Act. Have you heard about this? Official Secrets Act. Certain information cannot be revealed. Best example, for so many decades, the information related to Subhash Chandra Bose's death, that files were not released. Recently, some files were released. Okay. The same way, files related to the death of the, like Lal Bahadur Shastri. Where Lal Bahadur Shastri died? Tashkent. Very good. Tashkent present in which country? Uzbekistan. Nice. Okay. So these are some of the passports. Very good. Online students also. Yes, these are some of the initiatives regarding the e-governance. Okay. So these are some of the topics in the governance topic, students. And governance is mainly the MAIS oriented subject, and further you will get to know once the primary subjects, polity, history, economy, geography are done, then the MAIS oriented subjects will be started. At that time, even I will ask you to check the UPSC syllabus along with you. So whatever they mentioned in the syllabus, we are going to discuss about all that information in the class. So this is just a brief idea. As this is the orientation session, I want to give a conditioning of your brain so that you will get to know what is governance, what are the elements present in the governance. So governance means what? Decision making process. Now tell me, students, previously in India, government used to be in only 2 levels, union level, state level. But later we added the 3rd level of government, that is known as local government. Local government is added through which amendments? 73rd and 74th amendment. So can we say that through 73rd and 74th amendment, the governance reached more towards the people? Yes or no? Grassroots level democracy, people started involving in the election process. Women reservation in the elections we started giving, because there is no women reservation in the Lok Sabha election, there is no reservation in the assembly election. Women reservation is there only in the local government, Panchayati Raj, according to Article 243D. According to Article 243D, reservations are there in the Panchayati Raj. 1/3 seats. Out of the entire seats, 1/3 seats will be reserved to women. Okay. So that means Panchayati Raj is best example for the improving of the governance. And in various ways, the governance process is being improved in India over the period of time. But still, we have to go a long way. Still in the governance, we are unable to protect our data properly. Like I said in the beginning of the class, CoWIN portal data has been leaked. Okay, very reputed people information, it was released in public. That is wrong, because right to privacy is also one of the fundamental rights. Have you heard about this? In which case can you recall? Puttaswamy case. Very good. In the Puttaswamy, one thing, students, if you don't know the answer, that's okay. Some people are able to tell the answers, means either they studied that in the graduation, or else they are reading the newspaper regularly, they are able to answer. Rest of the people, you will be to that level. Don't worry, because all now you are started with a clean slate, 0. Okay. So try to accumulate over the period of time. I'll help you out. Puttaswamy case. Puttaswamy is a one person who filed a case in Supreme Court. In the judgment, Supreme Court clarified that right to privacy is also one of the fundamental rights. That means your information cannot be revealed by some other people without your consent. That is the reason even Government of India is also asking MNC companies, multinational companies, that Indians' data should be stored in India only. That is known as a data localization policy. Data localization policy. For example, when you are using the Visa card, which company? Visa company, US, American company. When you are using the Visa debit card or Visa credit card, all your financial information is with the American company. If they are storing that information in the abroad, who knows? They may misuse our information. For example, during the US presidential elections, Facebook sold some of the data to the Cambridge Analytica, one of the company in Europe. That company misused this American data, and they analyze the data, like which state people are favoring which party, Democratic Party or Republic Party. So that they announced the policies in that fashion. So data should be stored very authenticated manner. So that also we will discuss in the e-governance. Okay. So governance playing very crucial role, and after you become a bureaucrat, every now and then you are going to be a part of the governance, because you are not going to make a law. Legislatures are going to make a law and you are going to implement that. In that process, you have to take a lot of decisions, and that is a part of the governance. Can you recall which day we are celebrating the Good Governance Day? Good Governance Day. Which day we are observing as a Good Governance Day? 25th December, students. 25th December we are observing as a Good Governance Day. Okay. Very good, Hemant. K.S. Puttaswamy, 2017. Right. Okay. So Good Governance, 25th December. What is the speciality of the day? Vajpayee, A.B. Vajpayee birth anniversary. Atal Bihari Vajpayee birth anniversary. So they made the day as a Good Governance Day. What do you mean good governance? It must have all these features. Okay. There are various examples for the good governance. Making, like transparent in the decision making process, or being accountable to the people, whatnot. Even in the governance, we are also going to discuss about the Citizen Charter. Citizen Charter. Can you tell me what do you mean Citizen Charter? Have you heard about this word? Citizen Charter. Tell me, Citizen Charter means what? Whatever you know, tell me. Yes, Hemant, you are right. Citizen Charter. So when you go to any government office, have you ever observed that, like one tabular kind of thing, this work will be done in this many days? Okay. For example, if you apply for caste certificate, 15 days, income certificate, 10 days. Citizen Charter is all about the deadline, about the public services. It is about the time-bound delivery of the public services. That means a particular service will be delivered in a particular number of days. If it is not delivered, then it is deemed to be delivered. You might have heard about this. For example, when you are applying for the building permissions, it has to be given within 21 days. Otherwise, it is deemed to be given. Okay. This is known as Citizen Charter. Citizen Charter is about a table about the service delivery timelines. So, is anyone of you worked corporate offices previously? Not yet, yeah. When you work in any company like Wipro or like any Capgemini, something like, there you will have a service delivery timelines. Okay, this project has to be done, finished in by this day. We have to deliver the project by this particular day. Phase 1, phase 2. All the delivery deadlines will be there. That kind of delivery mechanism is known as Citizen Charter. Okay, Citizen Charter will make government official accountable. For example, when you went to any MRO office, there before the office it was saying that your land registration will be done in 7 days. Even though you are having all the documents properly, if they are not doing your land registration within 7 days, you can ask them. Okay, you can ask them. Like in your Citizen Charter, you mentioned within 7 days it has to be done. Why you are not doing that? So don't you think Citizen Charter will improve the accountability among the public officials? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. This is about Citizen Charter. Very good. List of services available and time of expectation. Very good. Right. So these are some of the key concepts we are going to discuss in the governance. Okay. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the basics, what you are going to learn regarding the governance and international relations, regarding Indian polity, I expected already. So, Vishnu sir took some idea, some basics regarding the Indian polity to you. Again, whenever time allows, I'll help you out the rest of the basics. Now, let me explain about some international relations, what you are going to learn in the international relations, and I'll help you out how your approach should be towards the current affairs. Because this year UPSC prelims also more or less majority of the questions are current affairs based only. Questions are too general. So, in this case, first let us focus on the international relations. International relations. Generally, we call it as a IR, international relations. Students, nowadays in the developed country, in the developed world, as technology is developed, as communication networks are developed, the communication between the one country and another country is increasing. The world became global village. Okay, it is now nearly impossible to be isolated from the world. Okay, that means you have to have a good relations. What is the advantage of good relations with other countries? I'll give an example. Okay, when we done the surgical strikes, initially Pakistan denied. That there is no such kind of attack happened on them. So later what Pakistan done? Pakistan reacted in such a manner that Pakistan fighter jets also, they try to enter into the Indian airspace. These Pakistan fighter jets, they've been chased down by the Indian fighter jets. MiG-21, MiG fighter jets, MiG-21, we try to chasing them. While we are chasing one of our fighter jet, it collapsed in the Pakistan. And at that time, this whoever, operating that fighter jet, Abhinandan Vardhaman, he was captured in the Pakistan. Have you heard about this story? Few years back, okay, he was captured in Pakistan. Now, within few days, we were able to get him back into India. Why? Because Pakistan was severely pressurized by the Saudi Arabia and UAE. Saudi Arabia, UAE, both are Sunni dominated countries. You know that in Islamic religion, there are two faith, Sunni as well as Shia. Saudi Arabia and UAE, both are Sunni dominated countries. Pakistan is Sunni dominated country. Even though ideologically they are related to each other, but in spite of that, they pressurized Pakistan to release Abhinandan Vardhaman to India. Why do you think so? Because for Saudi Arabia and UAE, India is very important for them. Because they are investing a lot in India. Recently in IPL also you might have seen, Saudi Arabia is an official partner. Did you observe that in IPL? Did you observe that IPL in official Saudi tourism, that is official brand ambassador. And Saudi Arabian, this company, this oil company, Aramco, it is one of the very popular company and they are investing a lot in India. That means they are having a lot of trade interest in India, so they help it to us. All this has happened because of the good international relations between India and those countries. So in this connected world, IR, international relations, plays very, very important role. So in the IR topic, what we are going to cover mainly, first we are going to discuss about the Indian foreign policy. Indian foreign policy. Tell me students, who is the Union Foreign Affairs Minister? Jaishankar Subramaniam. Jaishankar Subramaniam. He is a member of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Tell me whatever you know. He is a member of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha. That means what you must understand, a person can be from Lok Sabha or he can be from Rajya Sabha, they can become ministers. There is no rule that minister must be from the Lok Sabha only. Ministers can be from Lok Sabha, either Rajya Sabha. For example, Nirmala Sitharaman, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha membership. Rajya Sabha membership. Okay, you will get those details in the Indian polity, don't worry. Foreign policy. So tell me students, what do you mean foreign policy? Tell me, say something. Okay, you don't have any negative marking here. Say something in the class, have to be active. What do you mean foreign policy? Very good. Set of rules we follow while we are dealing with other countries. Foreign policy. Why foreign policy is very important? Because if you have a good foreign policy, you will have good relation with other countries. If you have good relation with other countries, your life will be very easy. Forget about the foreign policy. First check about your neighborhood policy. For example, if your family is having good relation with other neighbors, when you are not at home, they will take care about your plants, they will take care about your pet animals. But if you are not good with your neighbors, even though they are good with you, if you are not hostile towards them, they don't care about you. So what works in the neighborhood level, same works in the international level. That's it. Okay. But the problem when India got independence at that time, in 1947. 2 years before that, World War II was concluded. World War II was concluded. In recent Group 1 exam, they given 4 events and they asked the candidates to set them in chronological order. They given 4 events related to World War II. One of the event, Pearl Harbor attack. Have you heard about Pearl Harbor attack? Japan done the Pearl Harbor attack. Pearl Harbor present in which ocean? Which ocean? Pacific Ocean. Okay, Pacific Ocean. So they given 4 events and they asked the candidate to put them in a chronological order. So in the same way now, after the World War, very good. Laila, right answer, good relation with the foreign countries. Okay, Rakesh, you are right, Pacific. So foreign policy, when India got independence in 1947, just 2 years before that, World War II was concluded. World War II duration? 1939 to 1945, very good. So after the World War II, entire countries, entire world divided into 2 groups. Countries which supported the Russia, socialist country, and countries which supported the American ideology, capitalist country. Okay, entire this world divided into socialist and capitalist. When India got independence, we got a great dilemma before us, whether to join with the socialist or whether to join with the capitalist. To whom we can join with? If we join with either of the group, the other group will treat us as an enemy. We require cooperation from both the groups. So we don't want to align with any of the group. That is the reason we followed what? We followed the non-alignment movement. That's it. This is how you have to learn your basics. Okay, this is how you have to strengthen your subject, students. Non-alignment movement, NAM, non-alignment movement. Okay, 5 people proposed this non-alignment movement. One of the key person was Jawaharlal Nehru, and one more person was Egypt president at that time. Okay, and recently the same Egypt president, I mean not the exact same person, but the designation, the same Egypt president recently, he was the chief guest of the Indian Republic Day. For every Republic Day, we invite one foreign guest. Do you know that? Okay, and Egypt is very popular, students. Through the Egypt, even this Suez Canal passes through Egypt. Okay, Suez Canal connects which 2 oceans? Yes, Mediterranean Sea and Red Sea. Very good. Okay, Suez Canal connects Mediterranean Sea and Red Sea. Don't worry, you will get that map based knowledge also when we start the IR classes. At the time I will ask you to bring the atlas and I will tell you, you have to check that whatever I will tell. Okay, recently atlas based question came in UPSC 2023. That is, they given one question, which of the following countries are sharing border with Ukraine? Which of the following countries sharing border with Ukraine? They given few countries and they asked the students to check which countries are. Why the question was asked? Because of the Russia-Ukraine crisis. So when you apply some common sense from current affairs point of view, you can guess some questions. Okay, what questions can be asked? For students, I told you, you can expect this time 2023 questions on the president election. Okay, G20 also president election. They asked the question on the president election, 2 questions. Why? Because in the last year, president election was concluded in India. Draupadi Murmu elected as a president. So inevitably, they asked the question. So in that way, intelligently, you can guess around 12 to 15 questions easily. And which areas questions can be asked? Even the green hydrogen, it is in news a lot. Question framed on the green hydrogen. Have you heard about the word green hydrogen? Okay, you will get to know if you did not heard about. So foreign policy, NAM, non-alignment movement, and we will discuss about how the Indian foreign policy was. Indian foreign policy keep on changing from one prime minister to another prime minister. When Jawaharlal Nehru was there, Jawaharlal Nehru preferred peace a lot. That is the reason Jawaharlal Nehru not much concentrated on the upgradation of weapons, upgradation of defense. We did not concentrate much. That is the reason when China attacked us suddenly in 1962, we lost that war with China. We lost the war with China, so because we did not concentrate much in the upgradation of our defense. After that China war, we started upgrading our defense, and finally in 1971, India-Pakistan war, we defeated the Pakistan and we helped to Bangladesh in getting the independence. Do you know India helped to Bangladesh in getting the independence? 1971, Bangladesh Liberation War. At that time, in Bangladesh, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, he fought for the independence of Bangladesh. That Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, daughter is the present Sheikh Hasina, Bangladesh Prime Minister. Okay, we'll get to know. That was about the Indira Gandhi. Indira Gandhi was very aggressive. Okay, during the Indira Gandhi time, even India done the first nuclear test also. Pokhran, very good. Which year? Any guess? 1974. Exactly after 1974, exactly 10 years, Operation Blue Star, 1984. That was the question in 2 days back, Group 1 question. Operation Blue Star. Okay, so this is how questions will be covered, students. So Indira Gandhi was that much aggressive. Later Rajiv Gandhi. This all we will cover in the Indian foreign policy. IR is going to be very exciting, yes, very, very exciting. What Rajiv Gandhi done? Actually, if you know this, did you watch the movie Ponniyin Selvan, PS1, PS2? Have you heard about this movie name? PS1, PS2. There you might have seen that Cholas. Cholas attacked Sri Lanka. There is a reason we call them as Imperial Cholas. Imperial Cholas. So when Cholas attacked Sri Lanka, some of the Tamilians, they settled in Sri Lanka. Gradually, there was a fight between the Tamilians as well as the Sinhalese. Sinhalese, local people in the Sri Lanka. Local people in Sri Lanka, they started suppressing the Tamil people. Because of this, all these Tamil people, they established one group, LTTE, Liberation Tigers of the Tamil Eelam. Those Tamil people who are suffering in the hands of the Sri Lankan government, they started pressurizing the Tamilians in India. Indian Tamilians, especially DMK and AIDMK, Tamil Nadu parties, they pressurized the Rajiv Gandhi government, and Rajiv Gandhi sent army to Sri Lanka to make the peace between the Sinhalese as well as Tamilians. But our army ended up supporting the Sinhali government, Sri Lankan government. So Tamils in Sri Lankan, they are not happy with the Rajiv Gandhi. That is the reason when Rajiv Gandhi was in the election campaign, they killed Rajiv Gandhi. They assassinated the Rajiv Gandhi. You might have known that Family Men 2 web series, Family Men 2. This is about the Sri Lankan. So from there onwards, India realized that we should not involve in the internal affairs of the other country. We should never ever involve in the internal affairs of the other country. That is the reason in Afghanistan, when Taliban and government fighting each other, America invited India a lot of times. Okay, because for America, Afghanistan is very far. They requested India to involve in the Afghanistan, but we never ever involved. India said that if you want, we will give the food to Afghan people. We will train the Afghanistan army, but Indian army will never send to Afghanistan. Yes, Ukraine also, very good example. So why? Because we learn from the history. After then P.V. Narasimha Rao came. When P.V. Narasimha Rao came, he completely changed the picture of India. P.V. Narasimha Rao is from our Telugu, okay, Warangal, P.V. Narasimha Rao, and he changed the economy, LPG reforms, okay, liberalization, privatization, globalization, and he also started the Look East policy, having good relation with our East Asian countries, such as Myanmar, Vietnam, Cambodia, Malaysia, Laos, Singapore, Indonesia, Philippines, Brunei, okay, these are the countries, Vietnam, yeah, these are the countries, Look East policy. And after our Prime Minister Manmohan Singh continued the P.V. Narasimha Rao policies, because both are Congress governments, then our present Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Act East policy. All this you are going to learn in the foreign policy. So once you have a very good grip over the foreign policy, you will understand how India has seen other countries and how the world has seen India. That you will understand a lot. Apart from foreign policy, what you will learn in the international relations, we are going to discuss about bilateral relations. Bilateral relations. Bilateral relations, again we will learn about India and neighborhoods. India and neighborhoods. Here we will discuss about the India and India relation with the SAARC countries. India relation with the SAARC countries. South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SAARC. Okay, we will discuss that. Then we will discuss about the India relation with the major powers. India relation with the major powers. Okay, such as India relation with the USA, India relation with the China, and India relation with the Russia, and India relation with the European Union. European Union we will discuss in the bilateral relations. And apart from the bilateral relations, in IR we are also going to discuss about the international organizations. We will discuss about the international organizations. In the international organizations, we will discuss about the UNO and World Bank groupings. Okay, IMO, IMF, International Monetary Funds, and World Bank and World Bank Group. UNO we discuss. Then we will discuss about regional groupings: SAARC, ASEAN, G20, G7, G4, BRICS, BIMSTEC, very good, BRICS, BIMSTEC, and we are going to discuss about the SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Okay, so these are some of the. Is anyone from Keshav Memorial College graduation? No one. Okay, you know that, yeah, Keshav Memorial College, very near to this. Okay, UNO, United Nations Organizations, World Bank, SAARC, Asian Association for Southeast Asian Nations, G20, G7. Okay, so out of these two groupings, in which grouping India is a membership, G7 or G20 or both? G20. This year G20 meeting is going to be there in India. Okay, G20 meeting. Group of 20, G20 means. G7, group of 4 countries. Okay, India, Japan, as well as Brazil, Germany. 4 countries they formed as a G4. I'll explain why they formed as one group. They formed as one group that they want to get a permanent membership in the UN Security Council. I tell you what is the meaning of UN Security Council. Veto powers, permanent members, temporary members. Okay, how many countries is having permanent membership in the UN Security Council? 5 countries. Okay, 5 countries. What are they? China, Russia, UK, France, and USA. Always remember, countries which own, okay, which are in the winning side in the World War II, they were in the UN Security Council members. The countries which lost the World War II, they are not the members. Japan lost the World War II. Germany lost the World War II. That is how you have to develop the concepts. Okay, actually to get a good command over the World War II, if you have some binge watching, okay, if you have a habit of binge watching, there is one program called World War II in Colors. It's one of the web series, World War II in Colors. It is available in Netflix. Okay, you can go through it. You can get an extraordinary knowledge regarding the World War II. Okay, have you heard about this one program? No, World War II in Colors. Very, very excellent program. They made 10 series, 10 episodes. Each episode 1 hour, 10 minutes like that. So they clearly explained how the World War II started. Okay, Pearl Harbor attack and how Germany occupied the France. Then after how Germany tried to occupy the London. You know that between the France and UK, English Channel is there. At that time, Hitler tried to cross the English Channel, but he unable to cross. Did you watch the movie Dunkirk? Have you heard about this? Dunkirk, Tom Hanks. Okay, there also it shows about the World War II evacuation from beach, Normandy Breach. Okay, so please try to gain knowledge not only through books. Okay, you can get a lot of web series, and when you get some time in YouTube, you can go through the Vox. Have you heard about the Vox channel? It is, they also cover a lot of important international issues. Okay, how crude oil price control, and what is the Ukraine crisis, and what is the crisis in Sudan. Okay, yes, Abhishek. Okay, Sudan, you know that Indians, we are bringing back Indians from Sudan. Which operation that is? Operation Kaveri. Very good. We brought back Indians from Ukraine, MBBS students. What is the name of that operation? Operation Ganga. Very good. Operation Ganga. So these you have to remember. Okay, of course you will get it over the period of time, don't worry. The only thing is you have to a regular newspaper reading habit you should have, and one magazine you have to follow at the end of the month. That is how your current affairs knowledge will be enhanced over the period of time. Next, BRICS. BRICS is a group of 5 countries: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. BIMSTEC is Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation. BIMSTEC. Simple guys, whichever the countries are sharing the border in the Bay of Bengal area, they are the BIMSTEC. The only exception is 2 landlocked countries are also there in the BIMSTEC. They are Nepal as well as Bhutan. Nepal, Bhutan, because they don't have any water source. They have to depend on the Bay of Bengal only. Okay, and SCO. SCO stands for Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Okay, we are going to discuss about all these in detail in our classes. Okay, so this is the international organizations, and these are the regional groupings, and of course we are going to discuss about the FATF, Financial Action Task Force. Financial Action Task Force. If any country is encouraging the money laundering, then Financial Action, FATF, take action on that country, and their country will be first kept in the grey list. If the country is not obeying, then it will be in the blacklist. Okay, that we will discuss Financial Action Task Force. Apart from this, there are some other organizations are there: IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency, okay, WTO, World Trade Organization, okay, WTO, World Trade Organization, International Atomic Energy Agency, and Quad. It is also very important, students. Quad. There are 4 countries in the Quads. Can you recall which are the 4 countries? Australia, India, Japan, USA. Simple, guys. In the Pacific Ocean, USA is this side, Japan is this side. USA, Japan, and South India, Australia. These 4 countries. For what? To control the Pacific Ocean. Why to control the Pacific Ocean? Already China is influencing in the Pacific Ocean. Okay, through One Belt, One Road policy. Belt and Road Initiative, we can call it as string of pearls. We'll discuss that in detail. So, Quads. Very good. USA, Japan, India, and Australia. Then we are also going to discuss about the I2U2, which is also known as Quad 2.0. Okay. Here, India, Israel, USA, and what is the other A? Other U? UAE. United Arab Emirates, UAE. Okay. This is some of the glimpse of this IR students, international relations. Apart from that, we are also going to discuss about the India's nuclear policy. Okay. In this, we are also going to discuss about the NSG, Nuclear Suppliers Group. Have you heard about this? NSG, Nuclear Suppliers Group. Even we will discuss about the Non-Proliferation Treaty, NPT, Non-Proliferation Treaty. Okay. So these are the various things we are going to discuss. Nuclear policy. So this is about some brief overview of IR students, international relations, what you will expect. Okay. This particular topic is also very exciting topic, and a lot of developments in the present days you will cover. And once you are having good hold on the international relations, you will get a good command over the current affairs also. You can attempt a lot of questions in the prelims. Your success rate also will be improved a lot with respect to international relations, IR. Okay. So far regarding the governance and IR, if you have any doubts, ask me. Or else if you have any doubts in general regarding the UPSC preparation also, ask me. I'll help you out. The last 10 minutes. Next class, whenever I take the next class, at that time, I'll tell you how to approach to the current affairs. Okay. Whether it is a Hindu newspaper or Indian Express, how to make the notes from the newspaper and how your approach should be there for current affairs. I'll help you out. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts in general, please ask me. Online students or offline students. So is any one of you already done the degree cum civils coaching? No. You. 2, 3, any boys? Where? CSB. Do they have degree cum civils also? Fine. Okay. I taught there in 2022 January. Are you the student at that time, 2022 January? 19. Okay. Last year I taught there for polity. Fine. You might have learned some of these topics. Okay. So this is about the IR students and governance. Apart from this, regarding the current affairs we will discuss, and regarding the polity, you have to buy the Bayer Act. Okay. Indian Constitution Bayer Act. Please buy, all of you, because when we start the polity, I'll ask you to carry the Bayer Act, Constitution. So when I say something, you have to refer the Constitution. Article 16, Clause 3, Clause 4, Article 365, 355. This year one question came on based on the Article 355. Center's responsibility to protect the states from the internal disturbance. Article 355. Why they asked the question? Because that Article 355 was in news with respect to Manipur violence. Okay. Because when any internal disturbance is going in a state, it is the center's responsibility to protect the states. Okay. We will cover those things. Don't worry, you will get a good marks in all these subject students. Okay. General also, if you have any doubts, ask me. 5 more minutes are there. How to make notes? When you are reading the newspaper, first thing is, don't try to make a very fair notes. Just scribble down. Okay. Write down some important words or important points and leave it. Read that way for the 1 month. At the end of the month, get one magazine, any prominent magazine, buy one magazine. If the magazine contains, for example, 70 or 80 pages. Okay. For example, this is the June month. In June month, you read entire newspaper in the June month, but just you made some crisp notes. You wrote some only keyword, something like. In July, what you will do is, you will buy one monthly magazine monthly magazine. This monthly magazine covers which month? It covers the June month. And in July also you will read the newspaper. While July month you are reading the newspaper, you will revise the June month current affairs. In this monthly magazine also, if it contains 70 or 80 pages, every day you will read 2 or 3 pages like that. By the end of the July, you will get the current idea about the July, and you also consolidate your June current affairs. When you go to August, simply here also July magazine you will read, and August newspaper you will read. By this way, what will happen? Sometimes particular issues, they'll continue over 2 or 3 months also. You will get a logical conclusion. For example, you may reading the Maharashtra crisis in June month. Okay, but after 20 days, after 1 month, Supreme Court given the judgment, and Supreme Court given a final judgment in the month of August. So in the last 3 months, if you following the particular issue, you will get the logical conclusion after 2 or 3 months. So you never lose the plot. Okay, always the strategy is make a rough notes out of the newspaper and follow one magazine. That's it. Okay, this is more than enough. And if any important articles to read, anyhow, whenever I take the class, at the end of the class, I'll tell you. For example, yesterday there was an article in Hindu newspaper that's regarding the same-sex marriage, whether it is equality versus morality. That article is very, very nice article. I told to my students also to read that. Okay, of course, yesterday our class was not there, and please read that in that way. Important articles. So this is the only strategy, more than enough. And as I mentioned earlier, just if you type this, you will get current issues. Okay, every day. Today it is going to be on CoWIN portal. There I discussed about certain computer emergency response team. Like any cyber attack happens, and what is the CoWIN portal? Who developed the CoWIN portal? What kind of recognition CoWIN portal got? All that thing we covered. Almost all 400 videos so far done. Today is the 400th one. Last 400 days continuously we made the every day on one issue. So try to use this kind of resources. It is available freely. Okay, some other students might know, but some of the people don't know. Objective to read from BEAR Act. Abhishek, the objective to read from BEAR Act is you don't read the BEAR Act. When you get the BEAR Act to the classroom, when I am explaining something from the polity, I will ask you to check. For example, when I am explaining about the Article 61, impeachment of the president. Okay, on what grounds you will remove the president? On what grounds? Violation of constitution. Then I will ask you to open the Article 61 and check that violation of constitution. You have to underline. Why you have to know? Because nowadays in UPSC, they are asking the questions that according to constitution, which of the following is right? They are testing your knowledge according to constitution, not according to Lakshmikant book. Are you understanding? Okay, so when you will be able to tell those kind of answers, when you are very sure about the constitution. Okay, for example, if an MP is having the office of profit, the person will be disqualified. Okay, which article defines the office of profits according to the constitution? Means no article defines the office of profit. Nowhere it is defined. When you will get to know, when you are very clear about the constitution. Constitution is known as BEAR Act. Okay, when you go to any stationery shop, you can ask for the Indian Constitution BEAR Act, lexicon publications. You will get the BEAR Act. It costs around 150-160 rupees. You must have the BEAR Act. When you are reading the newspaper also, when any article comes, you have to check. This year 2023 prelims, Article 16 clause 3, sorry, clause 4, they asked one question on the Article 16 clause 4. Can you recall? Article 16 clause 4 deals with what? Article 16 clause 4, yes, reservations to SC, ST and socially and educationally backward class in the employment. Article 16(4). Article 16(4)(a), reservations in promotion to SC, ST. 4(b), backlog vacancies. You must be very thorough with the articles. And one more question also this year prelims. They given 4 organizations: National Commission for BC, NHRC, and Consumer Redressal Authority, and Law Commission. Out of the 4, which is the constitutional body? They asked. National Commission for BC is the constitutional body. What is the meaning of constitutional body? An organization which is present in the constitution. Okay, what are the constitutional bodies? For example, Attorney General, Article 76, constitution body. Advocate General, 161, okay, constitution body. As well as, like CAG, Article 148, constitutional body. Election Commission, 324, State Election Commission, 243K, State Finance Commission, 243I, District Planning Committee 243ZD, Metropolitan Planning Committee 243ZE, Interstate Council 263, Finance Commission Article 280, GST Council Article 279A, UPSC 315, National Commission for SC 328, ST 328A, 338A, sorry, and BC 338B, and Special Officer for Linguistic Minorities Article 350B. That's it. These are only the constitutional bodies. Rest of all are either the statutory body or the executive body. So this kind of clarity you will get over the period of time. Don't worry, students. So this is about the orientation session regarding the some basic polity and governance and IR, students. Okay. So if you get any doubts, obviously, so just you can drop a message at Telegram, and this is the Telegram ID without any space. Okay. That's it. We are done with the session. Are we clear? Do you have any other session now? We're done for the day. Okay. Prepare well. See you in the next class. Thank you.